Jenni from the YMCA of Eastern Ontario. Today I am bringing you a body weight exercise program, so you don't need any equipment other than your body. And if you have a hard floor, you may want a mat. We will be coming down to the floor for some of the exercises. So it's nice and easy as far as equipment goes, and we're going to get started with a little warm-up to get you going. So just starting with a nice little march on the spot. We're standing nice and tall, shoulders are set back and down, chest is open. Good, just a nice natural swing with the arms. Good, we're going to start to lift the knees. So knees up, and if you can, opposite hand is going to come to your opposite knee or outside thigh. So we're going to get a little twist through our upper body, a little rotation through the core and spine. Good. 4, 3, 2. Good. Tab front. Toes down. Reaching the arms to about shoulder height. Swinging them as far back as you're able to. Warming up the shoulders. Warming up our ankles with that toe tap. Really pointing through the toes. Good. 4, 3, 2, very similar movement. We're going to go heel digs. So heel down, pulling the toes up now towards the body. And we're going to pull the arms back. Chest is up tall. Good. 4, 3, 2, half jack. So you're going to tap to the side. Reaching the arm up overhead. So it's like half of a jumping jack. Taking the jump out, taking the impact out. Everything today will be nice and low impact. So no jumping or anything like that. Good. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Good. Demi squat. Take it down and up. Down and up. So a demi squat is just a half squat. Your feet are connected to the ground. Hips coming back and down like you're going to sit into a chair. Our chest is nice and tall. You can think about hands or shoulders in line with your ankle bone. Good. 2 more. 2 and 1. Tap back. Alternating step backs. Good. So a little weight shift. You can stay here. If you'd like to take it into a bigger range of motion, we're going to come into a little lunge back. Feel free to always hold the tap instead of the lunge if you need to. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now coming to center, we're going to come into our first set of exercises. So we're going to be doing squats, followed by push-ups. So if you do have a mat, need a mat, you're going to want it nearby so you can quickly transition from exercise to exercise. So we're starting with just a regular squat, feet pointing forward, hips coming back and down. Ready? 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Come down and up. So now we're going to take our time. We're going to try to come a little bit deeper with our squats than we did in our warm-up. Aiming for those legs to come to about parallel, or a little higher or a little lower, depending on your flexibility. Always hold that half squat if you need to instead. Good, you're doing great. Just a couple more here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Alternating that one with our push-ups. So grabbing that mat, you can come to the knees or the toes if you're feeling nice and strong today. We're going to start with those arms out, just about shoulder width, a little bit wider, coming into a regular push-up. So again, either from the knees or from the toes, we're going to get started. 3, 2, and go. So we're going to come down And coming as far down as you're able to. Keeping that shoulder, hip, and heels or toes in line. If you're working towards coming to both feet, you can always bring one foot out and keep one knee down. And do your push-up here. Keeping that same body alignment. Just make sure you do that on one side. We're going to even it out on the other side. One more. Perfect. And release. Coming back up to standing. You have your mat, making sure that it's out of your way as we come back into our squats. This time we're going to play with the tempo a little bit. So we're going to slow it down. Ready? 3, 2, and go. We're going to come down for 4, 3, 2, 1, up, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to see we're nice and slow the entire time, taking that little pause at the bottom before we head back up. Make sure you're breathing. Challenge your range of motion a little bit here if you want to. Good. Maybe try to get just a little bit lower this time, and then head back up. Squeeze the glutes. Good, you got it. Nice and slow. Good. We're going to go 2 more, that same tempo. Ready? Take it down for 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. 4, 3. One more time. Take it down. 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. 4, 3, 2. Awesome. Release. Coming back down for our push-ups. Good. We're going to change our push-up a little bit, bringing our elbows in towards the side of the body. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit more of a narrow position with the arms. So you set you up from the knees. You can go from the toes, shoulders over wrists. Nice long line. Ready? Let's take it down. So you're going to go down and up. Good. So again, if you want to, you can be going from the toes here. If your form starts to fall, come back to the knees. Good. We're working in through the triceps a little more on these ones. 2 more. Last one. Good. And release. Awesome. Set that mat to the side. We're working into our next 2 exercises. Anytime you need a drink, please grab it. Feel free to pause if you need a break. We're going to come into lunges. So we're going to set up on one side. I'm going to start with my right foot forward, left foot back. Good. We're going to have a nice big step. The middle of our feet is where we want our upper body to be in line. So we're going to go straight down and straight up. Ready? So you're going to come down and up. Down and up. Good. So if you're mirroring me, your right foot is forward here. If it's not, just make note of what foot is forward. So we're doing our full set on this side. And then when we change the second round, we'll go to the other side. 8, 7. Good. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Again, remember what foot was forward here. We're going to grab that mat. Coming into a tricep dip. So, if you have access to a chair or a bench, you can do these from that. If not, you're going to join me here on the floor. So we're going to come into a reverse table position. Fingertips are pointing towards your body. We're going to straighten the arms and lift our hips just slightly off the ground. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to bend the elbows and then straighten. So you're going to bend and up, bend and up. So the elbows are bending rather than the hips bending. So we're getting it through the triceps. Bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. When we're straightening up, that's when we're really working through our triceps. Good. If you want to make that harder, you can always walk your feet out farther, or stack one foot on top of the other. We're going to hold here on that table. 2 more. Last one. Good. And release. Shake out those arms. We're coming up to standing. Hitting that lunge position on the other side. I'm going to show you this one from the side so that you can see some of the cues. So now you're going to have your left foot forward, right foot back. So just like if you were here, you're mirroring, or you're doing your opposite leg. Finding a nice big step. Ready? Let's take it down. So you're going to come down and up. Down and up. Good. So you're going to notice my upper body is staying in line. We're just going up and down. We're also going to notice that front knee is not moving forward. We're bending both knees, so we're dropping the hip towards the floor. Good, you've done 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Please shake out those legs. Heading back down for round 2 of our tricep dips. Good. Finding your position. Again, fingertips facing the body. Feet are planted. Lift the hips, straighten the arms, and then we're going to bend and straighten. Bend and straighten. Good. Once you have looked at me to find out what your positioning is, take that gaze forward, keeping that neutral spine. Good. Remember, our hips coming up and down is because of our elbows bending. So make sure that we're bending and straightening all the way through the arms. 8, 7. Get 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Ooh, come on out, release. It can be a bit of a challenge to work our upper body with just our body weight. So give yourself some time, some patience to get used to it. We're coming back into our lower body. This time, plie position. So that means our feet are at a 45-degree angle. We have a nice wide step here, a little bit wider than your hips. We're going to be going down and up. Ready? Here we go. Let's take it down. So you're going to go down and up. Down and up. Key points to remember here. Our knees track over your second toe. So they're going to follow where your feet are rather than trying to track inwards. Good. Next key point. Shoulders over hips. So you can imagine that you're sliding down a wall. Your back needs to stay in contact. Good. If you have a wall, we don't have anything hanging, you can always try it as well. 2 more. 2 and 1. Perfect. Just walk your feet in, shake it out, bring them into shoulders. So with our shoulders, we're going to try to work them with just gravity by bringing our arms out to the side, and we're going to do a little pulse. Ready? So you're going to pulse, pulse. Good. Now we're going to have to really work this pretty intensely for a while so that we're getting in through our shoulders. Good. It's just a small movement though. We're just a couple inches above and below the shoulder. Good. If you do have weights and prefer to use weights, you can do this with a light weight, or you can do full range of motion all the way down, all the way up with regular weights. Good, you got it. 8, 7, 6. Should be feeling a little burn through the top of the shoulders. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Release. Relax. Roll out those shoulders. Good. Coming back into our plie position. Same as our first squat, we're going to change the tempo on this one. So we're going to go nice and slow. Ready? So get yourself set up. Take it down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Little pause in. 4, 3, 2, to the top. Here we go. Take it down. 3, 2, 1, and up. 4, 3, 2, and down. Remember, if you can, challenge your range of motion a little bit. Try to sink a little bit lower at the very bottom. Arms are just wherever you feel comfortable. Good. I like to hold them in front. You can have them on the hips, down to the side. Some people like to hold them overhead. 2 more. 2, 1, and up. 4, 3, 2. Last one, you've got it. Let's take it down. 3, 2, 1, and up. 4, 3, 2, and release. Good. I promised you that there was no cardio. Your heart rate might be getting up. You might be feeling a little bit warm without the legs. We're going to do a little scarecrow. So we're going to bring our arms out 90 degrees at shoulder height. And we're going to rotate. Ready? So you're going to rotate up and down. Up and down. Good. So some key points here. We're keeping some tension by keeping those elbows up at that parallel level to the shoulders. Good. Thinking about your core as well. So when we're lifting up to that top position, try not to allow your back to arch or your ribs to flare open, keeping them engaged. Good. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Release. Roll those shoulders out. We're coming down to the floor for the next 2 exercises. Well, our final 4 exercises, actually. So, bringing that mat down, you're going to make yourself nice and comfortable. We're going to do side plank with an option of a hip dip. So I'm going to show you the side plank options first, and then show you that, or the variation of adding the hip dip. So easiest option, or beginner option, is to have the knee down, and here's your plank. Shoulders are open. If you want to make it harder, from the toes. And then the third variation is hip dip down and up, okay? You can also do the hip dips from the knee. So there are as many options here. Find the one that feels best for you today. You will work hard in every position, I promise you that, okay? So, ready? I'm gonna come to full, and I'm gonna do 10 hip dips. Okay, ready? 3, 2, and go. So you're gonna go hip dip, down and up. Down and up. 3, you have the hand extended tall, or hand to hip. Good, 4 more. 4, 3, 2, remember which side you're on. Good, release. Because we're coming into fire hydrants. I'm going to come to tabletop position. So I was just on my right side for my side plank, and I'm going to work my right leg for my fire hydrant. And then we'll hit the left side on the second round. So, coming into tabletop position, I'm going to show you this from a couple angles. So this option here, we're going to lift that left knee up to the side and down. I'm sure you can imagine why it's called fire hydrant. From the side, lifting up and down, okay? You don't have to lift very far, just work whatever works for you. Okay, ready, set, and go. We're going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. Once you've found your positioning looking at me, then I want you to take that gaze towards the floor. Just down between the hands, so we keep that nice neutral spot. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Release. Now we're going to take that side plank over to the other side. Remember your options. It can be from the knee with hip dips, from the toes and hold, or toes with hip dip. Okay? Shoulder over elbow, finding your plank position. Ready? And let's go. So optional dip and lift. Dip and lift. We're working our obliques here, no matter which position you're in. Whether it's from the knee or from the toes, you're still going to get a great workout. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Release. Coming back to that tabletop position for fire hydrant on the other side. Get yourself set. Find your balance. 3, 2, and let's go. Lift and lower. You don't need to rush this. Take it nice and slow. We'll really work it through your glute medius, abductors, all around the hip. Good. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Release. Okay, take a little break here. You can. We have one more exercise here. I'm going to do this one off of this mat just because this mat is a little bit short for this exercise. But if you have a yoga mat, longer mat, you can stay on the mat. Options here, we're going to come into a plank position. So you can either stay here in a high plank, shoulders, hips, and heels in line, or we're going to do a down dog to plank. So it's lifting the hips up, down dog, coming back into plank, up into down dog, and plank. Okay, ready? 3, 2, and go. So we'll lift and plank. Lift and plank. Or just hold that plank. That's going to be a challenge because we're doing this for a little while here. Again, we're halfway. 5 more. 5, 4. We're really working through our shoulders here as we transition from down dog into plank. We're really working our core. 1 more. Good. Release. Coming onto your back, onto your mat, we're going to do leg lowers. So with leg lowers, I like to take my hands and just place them just like my thumbs, just underneath the hips, because I find that it helps take some of the pressure off the low back for me. If you don't have any issues with low back, you don't need to put your hands there. We're going to start with our feet up. We're going to do alternating leg lowers. Ready? And we're going to release. One leg down, back up to center. Other leg down, back up to center. Good. Try not to let that leg rest on the floor. Let it hover just a little bit above the floor. If you're finding long leg is too difficult, then your modification here will be to bend the knees, tap alternating toes down. We're still working the core, keeping that core engaged. We want a neutral spine, natural arching through the back, but not overarching. 2 more, 1 each side. 2, and 1. Good. Release it down. 1 more time for each of those. Coming back into that plank and down dog or plank hold. Ready? 3, 2, and let's go. Lift to down dog. Release back to high plank. Down dog. Lift the hips. Release back to plank. Good. Halfway. Again, keeping that gaze just towards the floor in your plank and toward your feet in the down dog. 3 more. 3, 2, 1. Good. Come on, back down last time here with our leg lowers. I'm going to give you the option here to take it up a level if you'd like to, or you can hold that alternating either knee with toe tap or long leg tap. So, ready? If you want to take it up a level, we're going to go both legs at the same time. 3, 2, and go. So we go down and up. Remember, you can always come back to alternating if you need to. If you're doing that double leg, again, we're not letting those feet rest on the floor. Awesome work, guys. We're going to do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Just hug those knees in towards the chest. If you'd like to, you can rock a little bit side to side, just releasing any tension through the lower back, giving your abs a moment to relax after that last round. Good. Release. We're going to come up to standing, so making your way up however you need to come up. Making sure that mat's out of the way. So we're nice and safe. We're going to come into a quad stretch. We're going to lift one heel. Other arm, whatever helps you balance. We're going to aim for our knee just beneath the hip joint. So we're stretching out through the quads. If you don't have the mobility to grab onto the ankle, you can always just tap the toes down and really focus on squeezing the glutes and pushing forward with the hips. Good? Let's switch sides. Lifting that heel, finding your balance. Good. Your knees should be nice and close together if you're able to. If not, if it's more comfortable to have it a little bit forward, you can. Just try to work eventually towards coming back so we get a nice good stretch. Good. And release. We're going to take our feet nice and wide here. And we're going to hinge forward from the hips, reaching down towards the floor. If you can, holding onto the floor, allowing your hands to just come all the way down. If not, hands can come to the thighs or the shin, and you can stay here. We're going to allow your head and shoulders, neck to relax, fold forward. We're going to get a nice stretch through our hamstrings here. Staying in your fold, gently walking over towards one ankle. Good. Bringing that stretch slightly towards the inside of the leg. We're getting a nice little stretch through the back as well. Good, switch sides. Again, you don't have to touch the ankle, just wherever you comfortably fall. Good, back to center. Just angle your feet out here, about 45 degrees. We're going to bend the knees, placing the hands just to the inner thighs. So you can gently push those knees out and away, stretching in through the inner thighs. Good, and come on up to standing. We're going to clasp the hands together, round forward through that upper back. So we're really pushing your shoulder blades towards the front of the room. I like to drop my chin just slightly, bringing that stretch in through the back of the neck. Always feel free to play with the stretches. Find what feels best for your body. Everyone's body is a little bit different. Good, and release. We're going to bring those arms back as far as we can, opening up through the chest. If it's comfortable, just holding the arms out to the side. If that's not comfortable, hands to hips. Bringing that gaze slightly upwards so that we're nice and open through the chest. Good, release down. We're going to inhale, circle our arms up. At the top, we're going to take a little lean to one side on your exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, lean to the side. One more time. Nice big inhale. And exhale. Release the arms down to the side. Excellent work today, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you next time.